Marie Duplessis, born Alphonsine Plessis in 1824, is one of the most fascinating and tragic figures in 19th century literary history. Her life, marked by beauty, love, and fate, served as inspiration for one of the most iconic characters in French literature, Marguerite Gautier, the protagonist of Alexandre Dumas Jr.'s famous work, The Lady of the Camellias. The story of Marie Duplessis, a woman who defied the social norms of her time and lived her life with an intensity that only Romanticism could understand, is a tragedy in itself, filled with love, sacrifice, and an untimely death that, ironically, cemented her status as a literary icon. Marie Duplessis was born on January 22, 1824, in a small village in Normandy, France, to a humble family. From an early age, her life was marked by poverty and instability. She was sent to Paris in her youth, where she began to earn a living as a courtesan, a fate many women were forced into in a strictly hierarchical society where opportunities for women were limited. In the French capital, Marie adopted the name Marie Duplessis, a pseudonym that gave her a certain sophistication and mystery. Her beauty quickly captivated the men of Parisian high society. She soon became one of the most coveted and desired women in aristocratic circles of the time. Despite her life as a courtesan, Marie was not simply an object of desire. She was also known for her intelligence, culture, and elegance. Furthermore, she was passionate about the arts, enjoying literature and music, and her conversations on cultural topics left a deep impression on those who met her. Although her life was marked by relationships with rich, powerful, and aristocratic men, Marie remained a tragic figure. The society of her time viewed her with disdain because of her occupation, and although she enjoyed wealth and luxury, she was always trapped in a life of isolation and social condemnation. On many occasions, she found herself trapped between the apparent freedom her beauty granted her and the invisible shackles that society imposed on her status as a woman. Marie Duplessis and Alexandre Dumas Jr. met in the mid-1840s, when he was still a young writer just beginning to make a name for himself in Paris. According to legend, Dumas was deeply captivated by Marie's beauty, and although the relationship was initially casual, a deeper emotional bond soon developed. Dumas, who had witnessed the lives of the aristocracy and courtesans, found in Marie a source of inspiration for his work. The writer became one of Marie Duplessis' many lovers, but what distinguished their relationship was the emotional connection they shared. In his letters, Dumas expresses deep admiration and love for her, while also confronting her with the complex reality of the situation. He, a man of letters, and she, a woman trapped in a world of superficiality and condemnation. Throughout their relationship, Dumas observed Marie's inner struggle, as she longed for true love but found society blocking the way for it. Marie, for her part, was also in love with Dumas, but her health was deteriorating due to tuberculosis, a disease that would ultimately kill her at the age of 23. Her life was short and filled with physical suffering, but also with an emotional intensity that left an indelible mark on those who knew her. The figure of Marie Duplessis was the basis for Marguerite Gautier, the courtesan at the center of Dumas's novel, The Lady of the Camellias, 1848. In the work, Marguerite is described as a beautiful, passionate woman, yet misunderstood by society. Although the novel is a work of fiction, it is clear that Marie Duplessis' life and feelings are reflected in it. The courtesan Marguerite, like Marie, is a woman caught between true love and the social conventions that relegate her to a life of suffering and sacrifice. The character of Marguerite Gautier becomes a symbol of the romantic woman, a tragic figure, seeking authentic love but unable to escape social constraints. Dumas's novel explores how the love between Marguerite and Armand Duval, a young man from a good family, is beautiful but doomed, as the relationship is hampered by social expectations, class differences, and the illness that consumes Marguerite. Marie Duplessis, like her literary counterpart, also lived a tragic love story, marked by the distance imposed by her status and her illness. Marie's relationship with Dumas was brief, but long enough to leave a profound mark on the writer's work. Marie's premature death in 1847, at the age of 23, transformed her story into a legend. Her figure became one of the most representative of French Romantic literature. Marie Duplessis' death at such an early age marked the end of a life of intense contrasts. Beauty, love, luxury, and suffering. Her illness, tuberculosis, took her life at a time when the medical advances that today might have allowed her to survive longer did not exist. The young courtesan was buried in the Montmartre cemetery, where her grave became a place of pilgrimage for those who admired her story. Despite her short life, Marie Duplessis' legacy lives on in Dumas's work and in popular culture. Her figure has become a symbol of the tragic and passionate woman, caught between love and the restrictions of society. Through Marguerite Gautier, Marie left an indelible mark on literature. Her life remains a reflection of the dilemmas and contradictions of 19th century society, especially regarding women and their place in society. Marie Duplessis is a fascinating figure whose life was marked by suffering, beauty, and unattainable love. Her tragic story inspired one of the greatest French writers, Alexandre Dumas Jr., to create one of the most iconic characters in romantic literature, Marguerite Gautier. Through her, Duplessis remains a figure who, beyond her short life and occupation as a courtesan, represents the profound emotional dilemmas and social constraints that define many women of her time. The story of Marie Duplessis is, therefore, a testament to the complexity of female life in the 19th century and how, even in tragedy, love can become a source of literary immortality. If you want to know other interesting stories, you can follow my YouTube channel, Frank Fernandez Historia.